Is Super Saiyan Bardock going to be broken? What is going on, guys? Corrosive Bullet here, and the new details came out for the Super Saiyan Bardock Zenkai Awakening. As you guys know, Bardock has always been kind of broken in the past, being able to buff Super Saiyan tags, offering 70% to critical damage, and critical rate, which is always a scary feature. He also lowered down Arch card draw speed, which is also really good, and inflicting 80% bleed. Yeah, he was always a scary contender back in the day, especially during the time of the Holy Trinity. Since then, he's still a really decent bench unit, but unfortunately, the Super Saiyan tag doesn't really get a whole lot of support. So hopefully this guy's Zenkai Awakening does some justice. Hopefully he's not too broken, because as we know, like, this guy was a scary contender back in the day. The last thing we need is for him and the Holy Trinity to make a scary return. But depending on what his kit looks like, this might be the first Zenkai Awakening that I actually dive into. So if you guys want to see more character breakdown videos and other videos like this for Dragon Ball Legends, let me know down in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more. And let me know if you're going to be going for this Zenkai Super Saiyan Bardock. So anyway, let's dive into it. So as we know, Zenkai Awakening, we're going to go with my star count for Bardock, just because it's what I got. And if we do end up going for him, it'll help to kind of know where he'll stand. So before his Zenkai, stats are pretty decent. Strike attack was pretty good. Blast attack was okay. Defense was alright. After the Zenkai, he gets much better defenses. His defenses are actually pretty good. And his strike attack and blast attack go up a bit to kind of make him a contender. So overall, stat-wise, stats are good. His main ability, Know You're Gonna Die. Draw the ultimate arts card, Revenge Assault next. 40% to ultimate damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. Increases his own card draw speed by 1 for 15 after 25 counts elapse. That's pretty standard. I don't think that really changed much. The only thing that changed is the ultimate damage. Beginning of a Legend. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield if there is a Super Saiyan battle member other than this character in the party. So it goes from 30 to 40% damage inflicted, -5 to art, -5 to strike arts, -10 to blast arts, and then 70% to key recovery. That got a substantial buff. That's pretty good. Then he still has the Golden Saiyan, which is when an ally Super Saiyan, when this character switches to standby. 25% to damage inflicted for 20 timer counts. So that went up by 5 timer counts. 30% to critical rate to 15. 70% critical damage inflicted. Okay, so that's all the same. That didn't change. That was a lot of people's main concern. Was is he going to put out more crit damage? Is the timers going to be extended quite a bit? Like, a lot of people are probably concerned by that. So it's a good thing they didn't actually change that. So he's not going to be entirely broken, depending on what the rest of him does. Cross-dimensional awakening. This is at step 3. 10% to damage inflicted every time another battle member is hit with an enemy strike, blast, or special move arts attack, up to 50%. That's pretty good. Not when he gets attacked, though. It's when your other teammates get attacked. So this is 100% a character that's gonna need to be utilized with the constant switch-ins and switch-out mechanics. Keep that in mind. I hope you're ready. Unlocks it powerful. This is at 6 stars. Reduces damage received by 20 when this character enters the battlefield. Applies the following effects to self once 50 timer counts have elapsed from the battle start. Plus 30 to damage inflicted. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level. And plus 30 to health restoration. So he gets a permanent. So he gets 20% when he enters the battlefield, reduced. He gets 30 damage inflicted after 50 timer counts. That's a permanent 30% damage increase, a permanent draw speed of 1, and a permanent 30% to health restoration. That's pretty good. So you got the 30 on top of the potential 40. And then switching out and in on top of the plus 25 there. And then plus 10 up to 50 there. So you got 30, 80, 30, 80, 105, 145. 145 extra damage. Potential of peak 145% damage. That's actually pretty nuts. That's pretty good. I can see this character being around in the game for a while now with the Zenkai. He's more relevant than he used to be, and he's actually a viable character to run on the team. Definitely, I definitely don't think they made him overpowered, but they definitely made him a contender. So, very solid awakening for him. Revolt pile. Let's see. Anything changed there? So it's still the same. Minus draw card speed. But instead of 80%, it's now 100% chance. It is now a guarantee to get strong bleed on that move. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie, that's pretty good. And then his special skill restores own health by 10%. Cancels own attribute downgrade. He now restores his own health by 10 and ki by 30. Great. And then cancels own attribute downgrade. Revenge Assault. Revenge Assault was just restore own ki by 30 upon activation. Now it's restore ki by 60 and also restores Vanish Gate by 100%. That's good. And then oh my god. And then on top of that, instead of buffing Super Saiyans now, he now buffs Blue and Saiyan. That by itself makes him 100% worth it. Not only is he a much stronger unit and an actual contender to actually run in battle, he's actually buffing a wider variety of characters because of this. And it's 35% to strike and blast attack and 30% to strike defense. That's good. That's really, really good. Yeah. Yeah. If you can get him all the way to Zenkai 7, he's definitely going to be, like, worthwhile. So, my recommendation, guys, is that if you have the 7,000 Chrono Crystals to max him, he's worth it. He's 100% worth it. Oh man, what a crazy unit. That's good. That's a good Zenkai unit. Definitely not like he really didn't need much. He just needed stuff to buff him up, and then he needed a Zenkai ability to buff other characters, and that's what they gave him. So that's actually really good. Definitely worthwhile. Definitely worthwhile to summon on. Alright, well, on top of Zenkai Bardock, there's really not a whole lot that's actually coming to the game. There's only about two things. One, Kaba and Android 16 are going to be coming back. They're the same events that they've always been. They haven't adjusted this by any means. They're just the same exact events. Obviously, as you know, Legends Road Trunks is still involved, And for the co-op event, they are bringing back the Zenkai trunks. So if you haven't fully maxed out those trunks, be sure to go through and do the co-op event to get the tickets. Because I believe the tickets... Oh yeah, you summon tickets to aim for Zenkai Awakening. That's right. So yeah, if you haven't maxed out this trunks, definitely take the time to go ahead and do this. I've already done it, so I'm going to be relatively bored for parts of the week. And then finally, we got a new upcoming event for Just Try to Surpass Me. Clear every stage to get 1,000 Chrono Crystals total. Basically, this isn't anything like crazy. It's just what is it? It's like challenge battle, in the sense that you go through challenge battle in the sense that you go through, fight all of these guys, and you'll just unlock Chrono Crystals as you beat them. So I can imagine that once you get down here, yeah, it'll be a lot tougher here, especially since they're going to be having like 9 million health, 10 million health, and whatnot. But they are obviously you're going to have bonus characters. What are the bonus characters? Oh, it's all future. Very nice. So if you're able to pull the new, Goku Black, and you have any of these units, you're gonna breeze through this no problem. So definitely take that into consideration. And then finally, the last thing that we have to cover is Napa Zenkai Awakening. It's kind of nuts that we're already getting our next free-to-play Zenkai. So Napa the Cruel will be overhauled in the update on 10/14. So 10/14 is going to be next week. Yep, that'll be next Wednesday, so a week from now. Newly improved map type events allow you to get even more immersed in the original story. You'll be able to get newly updated first time and mission rewards again. Plus, Napa will soon be available for Zenkai Awakening. Complete the stages and missions you've left unclear to make sure you get all the rewards you can before the update. So I would take this as good, for the sheer fact that we don't really know what's coming in the next couple weeks. The only thing that we know that's guaranteed is that the Trio de Dangers should potentially be coming out next week. If not next week, definitely the following week. But more than likely, it's going to be next week that they come out. And with this, you're going to want to make sure you do go through and you clear any leftover missions if you haven't maxed out this Napa yet. Grab as much Z power as you possibly can to max him out. I know I already have, so I don't have any reason to complete this. But definitely make sure that you get your Zenkai Awakenings and stuff ready, because EX Zenkai Awakening characters, it's soon going to be a team, guys. It's soon going to be it'll be an interesting time. So I think that's it for everything here in the game. I will switch over here and I will perform my summons on the Zenkai Bardock, because it's worth it. The BRB. One last thing before we go over and do the Super Saiyan Bardock Zenkai summons. One thing I forgot to mention too is that there's now booster missions. It's the same thing as we saw with the All-Star banners. It's the same thing that we saw with the Super Soul mission banners. This is no different than those. Super Saiyan Bardock upgrade missions are here for a limited time. Meeting the conditions and unlocking missions will allow you to get Z power and awakening Z power for the applicable character. Even if you don't have Super Saiyan Bardock, you can acquire them and get him to Zenkai Awaken rank 1 in these special missions. That's actually really cool. Awakening rank 1 comes with all sorts of benefits, including Zenkai abilities and enhanced unique abilities. So from now until the 17th, you'll get 3,000. You'll get 3,000 Z power for Bardock. So if you don't have him fully max or full at 7 stars, like this is a good way to get that. The Awakening Z power. Awakening Z power is 1,200. That's enough to get him to Z1. Zenkai Soul 1, 500. Zenkai Soul 1, 200. Then you get Rising Souls of 1 through 7 at 700. And Super Souls 1 through 6 at 15. Obviously, you get 5,000. You get or 5,000. You get 50 skip tickets. You get 10 slot removers. Only downside is that this is 2,000 Chrono Crystals. And while this is a nice option, I still am of the understanding and the belief that they never should have gotten rid of the free Zenkai Awakening missions. This is the first time that I think that I am not necessarily all for the boost missions, only for the sheer fact that they took away the free-to-play element of it and charging people to get that first level for free. And even then, it's still like, unless you have the Z power for them, and unless you have the Zenkai Souls to do the first Zenkai, there's no reason to really do this, because it's going to cost you only 1,000 to get them to Z1 anyway. So I'm not entirely sure if this was the right move on their part. Like I said, if this is a good thing to invest in if you don't have Bardock fully maxed out, or if you are missing souls and stuff to be able to Zenkai him properly. But in terms of the actual like Z power awakening, like it's not worth it. If you already have him at 7 stars, if you already have the souls, there's no reason to spend 2,000 on this to get this. So just keep that in mind when you guys are going through and trying to get a Zenkai. Just keep that in mind while you do this. So, all right, back to the summons. All right, so we're over here with the summons. Let's just jump right in. I'm really hoping that we get some good luck here, because I want to be able to save CC where I can. I want to save as much Chrono Crystals as I possibly can. That's some bad luck. That's some really, really bad luck. Come on. All right, we did it. He is Zenkai'd. He got a good step up there. Like I said before in the earlier part of the video, he's got decent step ups. All right, Z1. Spent 2,000 crystals for that. Now he's at Z2. Okay. We're back on track. Alright. Back on track. It would be really cool if we got one of the 1,500 drops. Oof. That'd be a bad one. Oh no, all hundreds. Very nice. I think we got Z4 there. We're getting Nice, we got his sleeves. Zenkai. Alright, he's at 4. Now if we get a really good drop here, he might go and do the boost missions. Just because I could use more copies of Bardock. But it's all dependent on if we can get decent summon. Looking like that's not the case. Nope, we are at 5, so we won't be. The boost Awakening Z power won't help us here. All right. Alright, we're at Zenkai 6. We need the extra push. We have enough chrono crystals to get the extra push. So, boom. Don't need nothing else. So, as I stated before, 7,000 chrono crystals will get you the full Zenkai 7 on this character. So unless you do not have enough stars to be able to Zenkai Bardock, I would definitely look into spending 2,000 CCs to get the Zenkai 1, as well as getting the 3,000 Z power to be able to get him. And that comes with a bunch of different souls and stuff, which you'll need to be able to Zenkai him. So definitely take that into consideration. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments below if you Zenkai 7'd him, or if you're going to dive into a Zenkai at all. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.